Lasting, leaving, left. The 3 L's. What do you do with your life power when you realize there are stages that psychologically determine your perspective and how you're going to put yourself out there? First, there's what's called lasting. That's the householder stage in yoga, grahastha. You finished your student years, you've studied what you need to, and now you take your stance as a mature adult in the world, and you hang in there for a long time, decades in fact. Whether you have family and children or not, doesn't matter. The psychological stance you take is, how do I dig in my heels, endure, create some stamina, and stay with it? And I have a certain psychology that begins where I am now, here, and takes me to there, wherever there is, whatever your vision or your goal is. Now, the psychology that you use during the years when you're lasting is very different as things start to wind down. You could call it retirement. They call it vanaprashta, the forest dweller stage. You pass the mantle of power on to the next generation, and then you move ahead with your spiritual life, where now it's not just a balance of inner and outer life. Now there's much more of a focus on inner life, as the urgency to the questions of your own mortality and finishing things up become much more prominent. So now, as you get ready to finish the lasting stage, there's a different psychology. The one that you used that got you from there to here is not the same psychology when you're leaving that's going to get you from here to there, wherever there is. And so now you start to wrap things up. Finality, acceptance, moving on, whatever images you use, but you don't stay. You don't cling. You have a vision of what's going to happen next. And as you learn to leave after lasting for so long, the next thought comes up, well, what do I want left behind me? Is there a legacy? Is there something I want to share and contribute, give back for posterity? Create a traffic light, a park, a library, write a book, volunteer work. Do something to show I was here and I'd like to make my mark, and if it's possible, to serve people and bless people by whatever I leave behind. That would be fantastic. So that's called what's left. No one wants to face the mortality. No one wants to be so mature they could actually have their eyes open and not go to their death ass backwards, but fully accepting this next moment that will happen, because death is nothing but another moment in your life. And are you going to be there for the moment, just like you were for all the moments of your life when you weren't thinking about this could be the last moment? So what's going to be left? How are you going to leave? How did you last? These are the 3 issues that I suggest that we utilize for our own life wisdom. Lasting, leaving, and what's left.